A player so gifted, defenders have no idea whether to guard the rim, the pass, or the three-point line, and he's just getting started. A kid who walked into the NBA as an underdog, only to rise into an all-star. And now, he's humiliating Europe's best. Alperen Şengün's journey wasn't the story scouts love to tell. He wasn't hyped as the next LeBron. He wasn't projected as a generational talent. When the Rockets drafted him 16th overall in 2021, most experts barely batted an eye. But here's the twist: he had something most prospects didn't. An old-school skill set, mixed with modern flair. From day one, you could see flashes of vision, footwork, and creativity that screamed different. Still, the road wasn't easy. His rookie season, under 10 points per game. Analysts shrugged him off as a gimmick big man. The Rockets, buried in a rebuild, weren't sure what they had. Yet every time Şengün touched the ball, you felt something brewing. What the critics missed was his basketball IQ. He wasn't just reacting to plays, he was anticipating them, seeing angles before defenders did. Even veterans around the league whispered about how hard it was to read him. By year 3, everything changed. His averages ballooned, his conditioning improved, and his confidence skyrocketed. In 2024, he became an all-star, outplaying names drafted ahead of him. Suddenly, the player once mocked for being too slow was making all NBA centers look helpless. Fast forward to 2025. Şengün is no longer a nice story. He's the foundation of the Houston Rockets' second seed run in the brutal Western Conference. And the scariest part? He's still only 22. If his all-star breakout was a warning, his EuroBasket preparation games turned into a siren. Representing Turkey, Şengün wasn't just good, he was outrageous. He averaged over 25 points, shooting 63% from the floor, with 8 boards and nearly 2 steals. But stats alone don't capture it. He dismantled respected bigs like Nikola Vucevic and Jonas Valanciunas, players known for their size and toughness, like they were warm-up cones. Crowds gasped as he spun into dunks, bullied veterans in the post, and made passes that looked impossible in real time. Even Kevin Durant, his Rockets teammate, was spotted grinning courtside, whispering to teammates, "This dude's for real." In arenas across Europe, Turkish fans waved flags, chanting his name. For the first time since Hedo Turkoğlu, Turkey had a face of basketball who could stand toe-to-toe with the giants of the sport. And let's be real, EuroBasket isn't a soft competition. These are national teams stacked with NBA talent. Franz Wagner, Dennis Schroeder, Rudy Gobert all tried their best. None of them slowed Şengün down. Şengün wasn't just preparing for EuroBasket. He was announcing to the world, "I'm next." Coach Ergin Ataman of Turkey saw the writing on the wall. Şengün wasn't just another piece. He was the system, and so he gave him complete control. Post-ups suddenly made up 34% of possessions, compared to just 22% in Houston. Every action was designed to spotlight him. Empty corner isolations, stagger screens that blocked double teams, even inverted pick and rolls where guards like Shane Larkin set screens, while Şengün handled the ball. Picture that. A center acting like James Harden at the top of the key. But here's where it gets insane. Şengün's efficiency improved with more responsibility. In Turkey's system, his post-ups generated nearly a full point per possession, well above his NBA average. That's dominance at its purest. Ataman even revived old-school European sets like the Bilbao action, disguising Şengün's post touches behind stagger screens. Defenders were stuck between guarding shooters and doubling him. And either way, Şengün punished them. The more he touched the ball, the more dangerous he became. That's when you know you're dealing with a superstar in the making. Back in 2022, Şengün was called crafty but clunky. By 2025, he's explosive, refined, and terrifying. He added muscle. His footwork, polished to a razor's edge. His vertical, noticeably higher, leading to violent transition dunks and emphatic finishes through contact. He's no longer just finessing layups, he's putting opponents on posters. But his deadliest weapon isn't his scoring, it's his passing. He's turned short roll opportunities into highlight factories. Throw a double team at him, and he whips the ball to a shooter before you can blink. Stick single coverage, and he drops 30 on your head. Even Rockets coaches admitted they had to rewire their offense around him. His ability to control tempo, slow the game with post-ups, or accelerate with outlet passes makes him a walking mismatch. And then there's his transition game. Unlike Jokić, Šengün pushes the ball himself after rebounds, barreling into the lane with guard-like handles. That blend of skill and force is rare, and it leaves defenses scrambling. Every possession feels unfair, like defenders are playing a losing game of pick your poison. For years, critics circled Şengün's defense as his Achilles heel. Too slow laterally, too vulnerable in pick and rolls, guards hunted him like prey, but international rules flipped the script. With no defensive 3-second violation in FIBA, Şengün could sit in the paint, waiting like a chess master. Against Germany, he rotated perfectly, cut off rollers, and switched into a surprise 2-3 zone that forced Franz Wagner into bad shots. He wasn't just surviving, he was dictating. And in 2025, Houston started noticing improvements too. With better conditioning, Şengün is no longer getting burned on every switch. Instead, he's learning to angle guards toward help, using his size to funnel them into traps. His anticipation makes up for his lack of elite speed. He reads passing lanes, jumps at the right time, and positions himself to contest without fouling. He's not turning into Rudy Gobert, but he's becoming reliable. If the Rockets fully adapt schemes similar to Turkey's, Şengün and his defense could flip from liability to anchor. That would make him nearly unstoppable. In Houston, Şengün isn't playing sidekick, he's the engine. Even with Kevin Durant on the roster, it's Şengün who dictates tempo, touches, and tone. Durant himself said it, "We go as Alperen goes." That's a staggering compliment from one of the game's all-time scorers. And when you look at Houston's roster, Durant's leadership, Jalen Green's shot-making, Jabari Smith Jr.'s defense, you realize something. This isn't a rebuilding project anymore. It's a contender. The Rockets' offense runs smoother when Şengün is touching the ball every possession. The defense holds up because his IQ patches gaps. His fingerprints are on everything. Front office executives know the clock is ticking. Durant doesn't have forever. This is Houston's golden window, and it's only possible because a 2-2-year-old from Turkey turned into the franchise's heartbeat. European basketball is living its golden age. Luka Doncic dazzling with triple-doubles, Giannis bulldozing through defenses, Jokić bending the game with his passing. Şengün isn't at their level yet, but he's coming fast. What separates him is his balance. Luka thrives on heliocentric play. Giannis dominates with raw athleticism. Jokić rewrites offense with vision. Şengün, he's a hybrid. He blends all three: footwork, strength, vertical finishing, and elite, passing rolled into 2-year-old who hasn't even hit his prime. European legends usually explode in one skill. Şengün's toolkit is expanding in multiple directions at once. That's why analysts are whispering he could be the face of Turkey and the NBA in the near future. It's no longer about the next Jokić. It's about the first Şengün. Opposing coaches are already dreading the matchup. Play him one-on-one, and he scores. Send help, and he finds the open man. Push tempo, and he runs the floor like a guard. Slow it down, and he kills you in the post. He's become what every defense hates: unsolvable. And the craziest part? He's still evolving. Each year he comes back stronger, sharper, hungrier. From rookie role player to Rockets centerpiece to EuroBasket juggernaut, it's been a straight climb with no signs of stopping. Scouts say the only thing missing is playoff dominance. And that's exactly what could happen in 2025. If Houston makes a deep run, Şengün's name could leap from future star to present-day nightmare overnight. So here's the truth. The NBA isn't just watching another promising European big. They're staring at a player who could redefine the game's future. So what's your take? Has Alperen Şengün already earned his seat at the superstar table? Or does he need that signature playoff run to silence the doubters? Either way, the ride's just getting started. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you vibed with this, and subscribe for more.